Okay, here's part two of maybe three or four of this Landcruiser. So I said I was going to share what products I'm using to polish this up. And one amazing thing is if you ever get your hands on a Landcruiser or a Toyota Tundra, um, any type of product that's white, they do a one coat process, which means the white clear and the white paint is mixed as one, coated as one. They might do several coats, of course, but it's not paint and then clear coat. So the Achilles heel to that means it oxidizes easily. But look, this side I've polished, right? You can see there's a shine and everything. It is phenomenal. It's like coming back showroom, literally. And this is a 27-year-old vehicle. I have not done the other side yet. Let me show you the difference. But look at that shine. On the other side, it just has caked in dirt. I mean, you can see it, and there's no reflection, there's no shine. Now I did right here, that's my line. So you can see the reflection of the house, not at all. And all of a sudden, bang. There's the house. I just did the section up to that black strip at the door. And that's just one pass. And I'll show, like, look at the dirt. That's the difference. To shine, to dirt, to shine. So if you have a white Landcruiser or Toyota 4x4, this is something you can do. In fact, I even polished this truck. This truck is dirty as can be right now. But this, when I got it, it was all chalky and faded. People think the paint's gone, it's done. No, this I polished up, and it's like a bright white. It's a little bit of a different white than this 94. But I'm always just, I know that you can polish up a one coat process white, but I'm always still so impressed every time I get my hands on one and I get to do a polish job like this. So what am I using? Usually I have like a Makita great big polisher, but in this case I'm just using pads because I literally started washing this car with a Scrub Daddy. I'm not kidding, a Scrub Daddy. Then I clay barred it big time, and I could see yellow coming off, which means this truck was parked near trains, because trains, when they break, the little shards, microscopic metal goes in the air, then it goes in like daggers into your paint, and then it rusts. So I got all that out. So this is the first thing I use, heavy cut compound. I'm here in Southern California, so I go into detailing.com, but they have a website, so you can get it there, or eBay or Amazon. And then I use these. These are the cheapos, right? And you want the orange. So I just get a pack. I have some polishers in there, no big deal. But I really want the orange, and that's like 15 bucks on eBay or Amazon. But then I get a better quality. It's 15 bucks for 3 of these versus 15 bucks for, like, I don't know, 20, 15 or 20. Same price, but these 3, it's a lot thicker sponge. It's better. It's from Griot's Garage. So I use that with this. So this is another compound. You can see it says level 4 and level 6 for the cut and for the gloss. So it's kind of like this one is a combo package. It does both. And then I'll do a final protectant layer, probably like a ceramic spray that I can do every wash. I just spray it, quick detail. To me, it's simple. And when you put a ceramic spray, it lasts for 3 months or so. A couple of my other secrets. So it had some like 3M clear coat protective by the base of the fender flares. So I needed that to get it up. Otherwise I'd be there forever. And then this Unisolve. Don't use Gooby Gone. It destroys your hands, and actually this is way better. This is used by hospitals to take off adhesive, and it works. You can see there's all my little pieces of adhesive I collected. Works like a charm. Let me show you where I use that. That was done right here, and also on the door, because there was a black strip here which I took off, and another black strip. And whenever you take those off, there's gooey gunk crap. But look at that. Thank you, Toyota, for using that one coat process. I can bring back to life virtually a 30-year-old car. It's almost 30 years old. So I got this side to do. There's my line, but here's that crap. Any car, you know, it's to protect it. That is hell to get off. So you need that wheel. You put it on a drill. It's like a gummy wheel, and it gums that up, and then you can peel it off in thicker pieces. Same thing when I take this off. That's going to be a lot of gunk in behind, and same thing with that piece. And you know, when I get to the interior here, the one thing I do like about 94 and older, no leather. I got leather in my 95 and it cracks. It was like crocodile leather back in the day, but this is gonna clean up nice. And I use the power out that you can get at Pep Boys or O'Reilly's or AutoZone, any of those places. But this will clean up nice. There's a French fry from previous owner. That's right, a French fry. That's got to go. So this will get all cleaned up. So I'll post a video when I get all of this. And that means like in all these areas, up here, everything. Now, one last thing I'm going to show you, and I think this is going to be cool factor, is the hood. The previous owner spray painted it flat. So I don't know if you can see that here. That's just flat. There's no shine, and there's my corner. So see, that's original paint. You see the shine, and then boom, flat. Why? Probably because he had a light up top or something and just didn't like the glare. So I was like, why didn't you just put vinyl? It protects it underneath and you can just peel it off. Actually, hold that thought. One thing I want to show you. The lights, that's glass, so it's always going to come up nice, but this is plastic. You use the compound on that as well. You compound directly on that and it just comes back looking new. I'll show you case in point. I did one taillight in the back and the other one I didn't. So I don't know if the camera does it justice, but you tell me. Obviously, this one is the one that's polished. That one isn't yet. But if we do a close-up, you know, the sun does damage. It just makes it kind of chalky, dirty, not very reflective. But look at this one. This one's like gleaming. And that's just with a compound. And then wax on top of that. That's just like a car's paint. You want to wax your headlights, and plastic headlights, that is, turn signals, anything that's plastic, and taillights, you want to wax it. Okay, so let's go back to my two problem areas. I cannot compound this. That's whatever bed trailer the guy sprayed on it, you know. It's hidden by that roof rack, but I'm taking that roof rack, so it's going to look a little funky. So I don't know what I'm going to do up there yet, but down here on this, I found a wrap that's called Arctic Camouflage, and it looks sick. And you can do like, you know, keep it at 50%, 100%, 300%, meaning making the image bigger. So I'm going to talk to that company Monday, Tuesday next week and probably order enough for my hood to see what it looks like. I do not want to do the whole truck, which I'm thinking this truck's name is going to be Stormtrooper. It's all white, looks like a Stormtrooper, right? I'm not a Star Wars freak or anything. It's just I look at this and I thought Stormtrooper. But the camouflage on this could be pretty damn cool. Just my question is, how white is the white in the camouflage? Will it blend with this? And it's not too intrusive. It's a camouflage that's white, gray, and black, but mostly white with a little bit of, you know, gray and a little bit of black. So we'll see what that looks like. But she's coming along. Time to do the interior. And yeah, break out the compound if you got a white Toyota product, and you can polish that thing up and it'll blow you away. And you don't have to have expensive tools. Yes, I do have a great compound orbital, but not in this case, in this project, because of all the nooks and crannies and all the angles. Because again, look how crap that is. You want to get the sponge, the 3-inch sponge there, and then you want to get it here. So you want to get this angle, then this angle. You know, same thing here with that rail. You got to get into those little notches. All right, well, cool. And those wheels are coming off. I'll show you the Yankee gold wheels I'm going to put on. That'll be kind of like the same color as my 200 down there. All right, and if you subscribe, I have a new Landcruiser coming. That's coming from Japan. I am trading my red FJ40. So I really enjoyed this truck. It's awesome. It's got a lot of pep, and it's a 1F engine, but with the carburetor and what the previous owner did to it, it just it scoots right along. So I'm gonna miss that. That was a very fun truck, but it's going to put smiles on someone else's face, and we're trading. I'm getting a FZJ80. So something I haven't had yet, right-hand drive. So if you subscribe, you'll check out that truck when it delivers. And the new owner will love this truck. New top, new everything. Paint just jumps at you. This gets a lot of comments. A lot of if I'm gassing up, I get a lot of questions, or if I'm at a stop, people always want to ask about a Landcruiser. Okay, all right, Stormtrooper is coming along, and then as you know, parts are coming off of that and going on to that one in my garage, my Moonglow Pearl. What I'll do is I'll pull them both out, put them side by side. I'll do a 94 to 95 comparison, so there are some differences. Upholstery, catalytic converter, placement, OBD2, airbags, that sort of thing. But I'll put them side by side, and yeah, see how this goes. Oh yeah, put in the comments if you, what do you think? That ARB bar, I'm thinking of that coming off and going back to old school Hellas. That's a huge Hella, like what, a 10-inch, and then a 6-inch or 7-inch. Maybe putting that up, not with those Hella cap covers, but the Hella lens, I'm gonna tint it orange, or like a yellow orange. Okay, well, check it out, and we'll see the progress of Stormtrooper. Thanks for watching.